everyone, welcome back to my channel So Little Time, and my name is Karen. So I hope you're all doing really well, and thank you very much for joining me today. Today I'm here to share with you a Friday Sews video. Well, I've not done one of these for a little while now, so I thought I'd just give you an update with where I'm at with my sewing, and I also have a subscription box to share with you, and I've also just received the Tilly and the Buttons mini makes book, and I absolutely love this, so I just thought I would share this with you if you are still on the fence about buying it. It's just been released. So yeah, where I'm at with my sewing then, I haven't done any garment sewing recently, just been really busy and I haven't had much time. I'm also thinking about moving forwards what I want to make once the weather warms up a little bit. I'm not really in summer making mode at the moment because the weather is still really cold outside, although it is beautifully sunny today. So I've got my Boxwood hoodie on, which is my free make from Mood Fabrics. But yeah, it's just so cold at the minute, so I'm really not enthralled in making anything that is remotely summery at all. And a lot of my Make 9 is fairly summery makes, so yeah, that's just kind of been put to one side for now, and I don't really know what else to make at the moment. So I'm in the sort of depths of making my memory bears, so I just thought I would share with you where I'm at with that. Now, I had 2 t-shirts of my brother's, which we've had obviously for a very long time. It's the last garments that we've got of his, and I've managed to cut into both of them, and I've managed to use majority of all of the fabric from those t-shirts to make 2 memory bears. So I'm going to give one each to my mum and dad, and I've kind of mixed and matched the fabrics from each of the t-shirts to incorporate them into both of the bears. So I'm really pleased with how I'm getting on with that. Now, I did share on my last video where I got to with one of them, which was the sort of back body of one of the bears, and I've managed to get some of the logos on the bear there, and I'm really pleased with how that is looking. So that hole there is just a gap where you stuff the bear at the end, and then it will be sewn up by hand. I've now managed to get the interfacing that I needed for the bears. Now, I did contact Andrea at Beyond the Pink Door, and she did send me details of the one that she thought it was, but actually it wasn't that one, because when I went onto her website, that particular interfacing was sold out. I then found it on the Sewcial website and ordered it from there, but when it arrived, it was the paper version and it just rips. So that wasn't the one. So I think she must have been confused with one that I was referring to. So in the end, Tamlin from Sewn on the Tyne kindly told me that First for Fabric stocked the one I was after, and it is a cotton interfacing. So it's like a fabric with the glue on the other side, and it doesn't rip, and it's really strong. So I bought the medium weight one off the First for Fabrics website, which was £6.50 a metre, and I ordered 2 metres. So I thought I'd see how much of that I would use in making bears. So that'd be quite interesting, because I am thinking of doing this as a little sideline business. So yeah, I'm not sort of advertising that at the moment, and I am just thinking of doing it locally, just purely because of delivery and that kind of thing. But I wanted to see how I got on with doing these from my own brother's t-shirts before sort of advertising it, really, just so I could show how I'd used the clothing. So yeah, I've managed to cut all the pieces out, and I've got, like, this is the interfacing that's on the back, and as you can see, it makes the jersey not stretchy at all. And I've been able to save the labels off the t-shirts as well, so I am incorporating those actually into the bear itself. So that's the front belly of one of the bears, and this is out of the orange t-shirt still. The other t-shirt was a blue one, and it had like sort of lime green stripes down the sides, and then it had these psychedelic spots on the front, which I have been able to cut out, and I am going to glue those onto the bear once it's finished. I'm going to fabric glue it on, because there's no way that you can sew them on because of the consistency actually of those spots. But yeah, it's all coming together. So this is the face of one of them coming together, as you can see. So once that's stuffed, that will form quite nicely. And I've just sort of been interfacing the pieces so far and getting things ready really to start sewing them up. So they aren't sewn as yet, apart from some of the leg pieces, but they're inside out. But you can see, like, I've been using the blue and the orange together. So that's coming together nicely, and I'm just taking my time with that. So I've just started on the back pieces there and things like that. So yeah, it's now not going to take me too long. Now all the interfacing is actually on the backs. Actually sewing up the bear itself doesn't take too much time at all, really. It was just deciding on the colour scheme that takes a little longer. So I've got an arm piece here, as you can see. And this is where I've had to incorporate one of the seams across here, but I think that I'll have that on the underside of the bear there, and that will be the other side. And then I've done it vice versa. So on the other one, I have the blue on the outside. So yeah, I'm just kind of piecing them together at the moment, but that's going fairly well. And hopefully I'll have that finished over the next couple of weeks, I would say. So yeah, really pleased with how that is coming along. So I'm just in the process of doing the other head. So that's the nose section there, and that's the side of the face, and that's the other side of the face. So it's just pinned at the moment. So I'm just doing that in little bits and bobs, and I've got another label here to incorporate into it, but that is quite big. So I don't know if I'm going to include it or not. Because I don't really want it to stick out too much, because it is quite a big one. If I put that in the side seam, that is going to stick out quite a lot, because that was obviously in the back of the neck. So yeah, I'll just have to see, otherwise I might stitch it down so it's like, you know, you stitch around it like that actually onto the bear. So we'll see how that goes. Right, so I'm going to share with you this subscription box then that I got from Felicity Fabrics. Now they've kindly gifted this to me, and they have, you know, there's no obligation for me to share it with you, but I thought I would share it with you. So they do 2 subscription boxes, and there is the Caroline subscription box and the Felicity subscription box. Now Caroline is the mum and Felicity is the daughter, and they are the duo behind Felicity Fabrics, and they are a wonderful company. I have thoroughly enjoyed blogging for them and hope to continue to do so in the future. So if you ever did want to check out any of the blogs on there are quite a few of us in the sewing community who blog for them, and they have a blog section on their website where you can take inspiration from things that we've made from their fabrics. So they do kindly obviously gift us the fabric in return for the blog. But they've sent me this as a thank you just for blogging for them. So I thought I would share it with you. And yeah, I was over the moon to find this box on my doorstep when I came home from the school run, and it was totally unexpected. So the first box then is the Caroline subscription box. And that is at a cost of £55 per month, and that comes out around the 20th of the month, and then you get your box on the 1st of the month, the following month. Now, that's the most expensive box that they do, and you can choose either a woven or a knit fabric. You kind of select which one you want, or if you're not bothered, you can just click either. So you would just basically get surprised as to whether you would get the woven or the knit fabric option. The fabric included in the box for that particular box is worth £30 to £35. And then included in the box, you get some miscellaneous sewing items, some haberdashery, and some extra bits. So obviously it's all a surprise, so you won't know what you're getting. And then the other box that they do is the Felicity box, and that's at £35 a month, and the fabric in that is worth £20, and then you get some miscellaneous sewing items and haberdashery and extras. So you get 2 boxes to choose from if you wanted to do those. So they have kindly gifted me the Felicity box, I believe. They did send me on a note. It says, yeah, so I think it's the Felicity box. It's actually in the box itself. So this is the box, how it comes. And I've opened it, but I haven't opened everything inside it, so I thought I'd do that on here. So inside it gives you a little card and tells you what's included in the box. So this one is the Felicity box, that's where I found out what it was, and what's inside the box. So I've got 1.5 meters of Wellies jersey fabric, and so this is actually their April showers box, so this was for April. And then I've got 1/2 meter of some ribbing fabric, some little rosy cheeks labels, a glue pen, matching thread, a pinwheel, and an embroidery pack. So this says the perfect fabric for t-shirts and pyjamas. Love, Caroline and Fliss. So I'll share with you then what is in here. So it's obviously got some tissue paper covering it. Then you get a little swatch of the actual fabric that you get. So this is the Wellies jersey fabric, and it's in this really lovely yellow colourway. I love yellow. And it's got the Wellies on, so perfect for obviously April showers. I don't know what the woven fabric was, so I can't share that with you, unfortunately. This one was just sent to me out of the blue, so I have no idea, and I haven't seen anybody else's on there. So inside, it does give you a subscription offer as well on a little piece of card, and it gives you, I think, like a discount code for something that may be included in the box. So this one is actually for little rosy cheeks. It's given me 10% off an order if I spend £10 or more with them, and that's valid until the 1st of May. Then inside here there is a bag like this, which is a really cute bag. Oh, it's got all the haberdashery bits in it, so I'm just going to empty that out. So this is the glue pen. I've not used one of these before, so this is a Prim glue pen, so I'll have a little read on the back as to how you use that, so I'm sure that will come in really handy. It looks as though you can sort of baste down zips and things, because it looks as though it leaves a line. I don't know if you can see that, the way that you do it, and you can kind of glue things in temporarily, I'm guessing. I'll have to have a little read up on that on the back. I haven't got my glasses on, that's way too small for me to read. And then you've got a pinwheel. So that's always handy because I always bend my pins. And then the little rosy cheeks labels that I've got say today is a good day, and that's what they look like. So that's really nice. I love labels. And then I've got two threads here. So one in the yellow colourway for the jersey fabric, and then one in this kind of peach colourway. So I will have a look now what I've got here. So I'll show you the fabrics. So I've got some peach ribbing there, and then this is the yellow jersey fabric with all the wellies on, and I really love that. I love yellow, so I'm going to look forward to making that. So like I said, there's 1.5 meters of that there, and then there's 0.5 meter of ribbing fabric there, so you could incorporate those together. I will probably look at seeing if I have enough of this fabric to make the Tabitha t-shirt dress. I think it's out of Tilly's stretch book. I think it is, no, it's not the stretch book, sorry. It's from her book that was before this Mini Makes one, Make It Simple book. In there, and it's I'm sure it's the Tabitha t-shirt dress, which has got like the drawstring middle section. So if I've got enough to make that, I would love to do that, or I will just end up making it probably into a t-shirt. Yeah, like maybe something like the Agnes or Coco. That would be really nice, especially to wear on holiday. I think that would be lovely. So I will have a look to see if I can fit it on, you know, if there's enough fabric for the Tabitha t-shirt dress. I'd really like to have a go at making that, and I'll insert a picture of what that looks like if you're not familiar with it. And I've seen quite a few people have made that, and it looks really nice. And then this is the embroidery kit that has come with it. So there's some embroidery floss in there. Looks like there's a little bit of calico or something. So I'm just going to open this up so I can share it with you. Okay, so there's the threads that you get there. And then it's got April Showers embroidery. And then you've got transfer paper. So I'm assuming you have to transfer the actual design onto the little bit of calico that you've got here. It's very fine calico, it's probably not even calico, but some kind of fabric to enable you to embroider on. And then this is the design, so I think that must go that way around. So you've got obviously the clouds with the raindrops and some of these leaves that you can embroider, and some flowers there. So that looks really nice. I've not really done any embroidery before. It's not really something that I've had a go at. But this looks not too complicated. So once I get some spare time, I may well have a go at that. So you have to actually put your fabric down on a hard surface and then lay the transfer paper coloured side down on top of it, and then place the embroidery design on top of the transfer paper, and then you use a pen or sharp pencil to firmly trace over the design, and the design will then be transferred onto the fabric, and then you stitch over the design. So at least you've got something to go by. And any marking still showing can be removed using an eraser or a damp cloth. So that's interesting. So I would like to have a go at that. I do have a book actually by Mandy Shaw called, I think it's called Stitch or something like that, and it actually tells you how to do these type of embroidery stitches. So I will definitely have a go at that, because it doesn't look as though there are any instructions on how to do the embroidery itself. So I will have to investigate that out of my book. But yeah, that's really nice to have something like that included. So that is the Felicity box then, by Felicity Fabrics. So I hope you've enjoyed having a look at what you get in the box, and if you wanted to check out the other boxes that they do, then do check out the details on their website. So now I'll share with you the Tilly the Buttons Mini Makes book. So obviously I've got 3 boys. Harry's 10, my twins are now 8. So they do still fall in the age range for this book. This actually goes from aged 0 through to 12 years. And the patterns are actually smaller versions of Tilly's adult patterns. So you've got like the indigo dress in there, the Tabitha t-shirt, I think it's got the sunny jacket in there, and a number of other things as well. And because I did a pre-order of this book, I did kindly get given a couple of labels to use in my makes as well. So my boys are obviously getting onto the older age group for this particular book, but I will still use some of the more sort of younger style makes for friends and family who have got young children, and I think it would make really nice gifts for people as well. So, you know, potentially presents for other people. So I'll share with you, obviously the book itself is just beautifully designed, as are all Tilly's books. This is her 4th one, and I've got all of her other books, and I absolutely love the way she lays them out, and the colour scheme and just her aesthetic behind it I think is absolutely beautiful. And yeah, the children look absolutely adorable in the clothes that are in there. So kind of this is how it looks on the inside, absolutely stunning. You do have a section of obviously the content section telling you what items you can make in there, and then it's got an introduction from Tilly herself, and then it shows you like an array of all of the patterns that are available in the book. I'm just trying to find that page now because it does show you them in one area. Yeah, so this is where all the projects are. It took me a while to find that, but they're just beautiful. I love the colour scheme there, and as you can see, they're really, really cute makes. So you've got the indigo dress here, the sunny jacket, looks like sort of the Tabitha t-shirt style dress there with a gathered skirt on. You've got some leggings which have got some dinosaur spikes incorporated in it. Then you've got the sweatshirt, I can't remember what that is called now, where you can add these frill details on the shoulders. Yeah, and you know, you can add like a child's sort of style animal there. There's some leggings where you can add some appliqued little bits on there. Yeah, really, really cute designs. I think there's the Juno pyjamas in there as well. So yeah, absolutely beautiful designs. And obviously it gives you all of the pattern sizing. So you've got the body measurements, the finished garment measurements. You can decipher which size to make for the children. So it's just as you would find in her previous books, you know, all the information is there, and it's also really good with regards to how holding your hand throughout the whole of the process. So again, if you're new to sewing, and I think it's really nice to make smaller items sometimes if you aren't familiar with doing that. I'm really sorry, my washing machine's just about to spin. And you can even make a little bedtime buddy as well, and I think that's so cute. So that's really nice. You could do something like that to give to a baby. But yeah, I just think that's lovely. Yeah, so it's got, like I say, the Juno pyjamas in there. Just absolutely beautiful garments, and I pre-ordered this just because I knew that I wanted to get my hands on it. Yeah, so there's the jumper. You can, you know, I really like the way that she's sort of colour blocked that as well. What is this jumper called? It's going to drive me mad if I don't know what it's called. Oh, it's actually just called the Barefaced Sweatshirt, but I think it's basically off Tilly's jumper pattern. I can't remember what it's called now, but I will have put it across the bottom of the screen, as you can imagine. The Billy sweatshirt. That's what it's called. Oh, my goodness. So yes, you can just do the standard Billy one as well. I think it gives you 4 variations per project, so you know, you get quite a lot of scope with this book. I think it's always really good value for money to get the book, because you get all the pattern pieces in the back of the book itself there, in A0 size, and you can just trace them off. They do have all the sizes on there, and they are overlapped, so you kind of just have to follow the size and trace it off. However, they are available in PDF form as well, so you can download them and print them either in A4 tiled format, or you can send them off as an A0 to be printed at a printer's as well, if you just prefer to cut out the pattern, you know. And then when you download them, there are layers, so you can just print off one size as well. So I think that is a really good option. So yeah, a really gorgeous book, highly recommend it, and I'm looking forward to having a go at making some of these. I've already said to the boys, you know, is there anything in there that you'd like me to make for you? And Thomas has already spotted that animal fronted sweatshirt. So I think, yeah, he would still like me to make one of those. I did think perhaps it might be a bit young for him now, but no, he wants me to do that. So yeah, I think, but the rest of it, you can just make them as standard jumpers and leggings and things like that. So yeah, a really nice book. Before I go, just got a couple of makes to share with you actually. So one of my ladies at my sewing group has recently had a baby, a little girl, and we're all over the moon obviously in our group, and we've all been making things for her. So I don't think she watches my YouTube videos, so I think we're safe to share. So I've made a pair of reversible trousers. Now I used to make these when my boys were really little, and they are such a lovely cute make. So I've used scraps of fabric that I've had out of my stash, and I used this gorgeous seersucker fabric which I had from Felicity Fabrics for a blog post quite a while ago now. And then I took some scrap fabric out of the fabric swap table at my group, this lovely purple gingham fabric. And then on the back, it's got a lovely yoke detail. And again, I used some fabric from the fabric swap table at my group. So these are a really frugal make. And I just think they're really, really cute. Now, this particular pattern has come out of a book that I've got, which is called Handmade Beginnings. And this is by Anna Maria Horner, and it's got 24 sewing projects to welcome baby. So there are some makes that you can make for yourself if you're pregnant, and then you can make makes for the baby, and you can also make makes for the family as well. There's some really beautiful designs in here and things to make. But I've always used these quick change trousers, they're called, basically because they're reversible, so you can quickly change them round the other way if they're a little bit dirty on the other side, and they are dead cute. Look how cute that little boy is in wearing his. I don't know if I've still got the photos of my boys on this phone to be able to share them with you, but if I have, I will insert them because they looked dead cute in their little trousers that I used to make for them when they were younger. But yeah, this is a really, really lovely book, and I've just made those trousers out of it mainly. I don't think I've made anything else out of it. I think by the time I actually did get this book, my boys were coming sort of to the end of the age range that's in here, and also as well at the time my sewing wasn't at the level that it's at now, so I felt some of the projects were perhaps a little bit out of my depth. But yeah, these trousers are dead cute. So like I say, it's got the yoke on the back, and then little turn-ups at the bottom to show the reverse of the fabric. And then if you want to wear them round the other way, just obviously turn them inside out. And I've actually put on the yoke on the other side some, again, scrap fabric that I had from my stash, which was from a previous make of mine, which I think I used to line my a jacket, a gilet that I'd made. And this is how they look the other way around. How cute are they? And then that's the yoke on the back of there as well. Absolutely gorgeous. So I really hope that she'll like those. Then also using some scrap fabrics that I've got in my stash. Again, some of them are the same. I made a little dress. How cute is this? So yeah, this is fabric for, I think I got this cotton fabric. It's like a cotton lawn fabric. It's quite lightweight, so it'd be perfect for summer. This is the newborn size. She only had her about 2 weeks ago, so she's really young. And then I've appliqued these little flowers on using the gingham fabric. And I've attached a little label in the side that says handmade with love. This isn't reversible, but I've just done up the straps with popper snaps, kind of plastic snaps there, because you are supposed to use buttons and buttonholes, but I decided that it's actually safer to have these on for a little baby. I didn't want the risk of a button coming off, basically. But yeah, really beautiful. It's just got a little yoke detail on the inside of this dress. And this is a new look pattern, which I've used so many times. I've actually got a tutorial on how to make this dress on my channel, which I did when I very first started vlogging, and I'll insert a link to that video down below for you if you wanted to check that out. But it's a dead simple make, really quick as well. I literally did that in the morning. So yeah, really pleased with that. So I'm looking forward to giving that. That's actually quite nice that they're, kind of matching in a way. I don't think she'd perhaps wear them together, but there is that option if you wanted to wear it as like a tunic dress when she gets a little bit older, and it isn't quite as long as it should be on, for a newborn size, so you can get a little bit more wear out of that if you wear them together. So I thought that was just really cute. Yeah, and that's a new look pattern that I've used over and over again, and I'll link the pattern down below as well for you, so you can check that out. And again, I have made this on numerous occasions for friends who have had little girls. And I think this was actually the dress pattern that got me started sewing from the get-go. This was the dress pattern that my mother-in-law used to make my niece a dress when she was about 18 months old, and she's actually turning 16 next month. So yeah, that was the one that got me into sewing. Beautiful pattern, just really nice. I love a pinafore dress on a little girl as well. I think that's dead sweet. So yeah, that's everything that I've been today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do give me that all important like if you have liked it, and subscribe if you've not already done so. That would be lovely. It's been nice catching up with you today, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye.